Good morning, hockey fans, and welcome to today's Midwest High School Hockey League game between the home Dubuque Saints and the visiting Sioux City Metro. About a minute and a half before we get started. The referee's headed out to the ice. Looks like Colin Waddock will be wearing the Water Wings this morning, this afternoon. Saints were victorious in yesterday's game. 4-1. Metro's come to town still winless on the early season. They're led in scoring by Corbin Heckens. He's got 3 goals on the season. Caden Netley, 3 assists, and Heckens leading the team in points with 5. They're backstopped by Gunnar Moniger with an 88.2 save percentage. The Saints, well, they'll kill you a million different ways. They're led in scoring by Cade Weiner, 7 goals, with the list of players behind him. Alex Henkel with 6, Jackson Heacock with 5, Xander Sheehy with 5, and Jensen Hill with 4. Also led in assists by Cade Weiner with 8. And total points, that gives Weiner 15 on the season. Man between the tights this season has been Trevor Breen. He's got an 89.3 save percentage. Saints sit atop the Midwest High School Hockey League varsity standings with an impressive 5-0 stat. The Metros, well, they're a little further down the list. With only 1 point and an overtime race. Metros, however, were victorious at both of their JV games this weekend. Knocking up the Saints 4-2 today, 4-3 yesterday.
Welcome back to the ice, your Dubuque Saints.
Samuel Ruiz and Cade Weiner out, so I'm assuming that we'll get the Team Midwest line to start. Speaking of Team Midwest, the Metros will be without the services of Jack Strasser today. He was injured in yesterday's game, and because of that, Jackson Heacock will also be sitting out the game for 1 game suspension. Spoke to Jackson's dad today. Jack looked alright. He was on the bench for the JV game. A little sore. I'm sure he'll get checked out once they get back to Sioux City. Metros are led off by Gunnar Moniger. Metros have a short roster this year. I believe they only have 23 skaters, so lots of double duty on JV and varsity.
And now welcome to the ice, the starting lineup for your Dubuque Saints. At forward, number 7 from Hempstead High School.
So starting in forward, number 7, Big Al Hankels, junior from Dubuque Hempstead.
Number 20, Brock Smothers.
Also at forward, number 20, Brock Smothers from Dubuque Wallace.
At center,
Junior.
number 34, Xander Sheehy from Senior High School.
Man in the middle will be Xander Sheehy, senior from Dubuque Senior.
At defense, number 12, Landon Schultz, Hempstead High School.
Landon Schultz, sophomore from Dubuque Hempstead, starts at defense.
Defense, number 21.
And his partner will be Anders Hill,
Waller High School.
a
And in
freshman
goal,
from Dubuque Wallace.
number 35, from Western Dubuque High School.
And the man in the blue
Trevor
blade
Breen.
will be junior Trevor Breen from West Dubuque High School. Saints are coached by Austin Wallenberg, Joe Stike, some other guy.
Gentlemen, don your caps for the national anthem.
So Smothers will get the starting call in place of Heacock. I expect to see probably a couple different forwards in that role. Eli Schwartz finished up the game there. So the song's been sung. Let's get ready to play the game. Puck's down. Controlled by Sioux City. They'll play it back to the D. Sent up the far side. Stepped in front by Anders Hill. Now Sioux City will dump it into the zone. Back behind the net goes Green to stop it there. Landon Schultz plays it back to the far side. Dumped in front. Goal. That's not what you like to see. Blasted from the point. Got redirected in front. Just like that. Sioux City's on the board. 19 seconds into the game. Dubuque. Played over to Weiner. Weiner will take it into the zone. Tries to walk around one. He's bumped off the puck. Sent to the far side. Weiner back to give it at the red line. He'll counter back. Into the zone and go. Plays it ahead to Sammy Ruiz. Shot on net. Saved by Meyer. He'll cover for a whistle.
11, and 34 Hope.
And they announced who got that goal. I didn't quite hear it. We'll go look at the score sheet. Oh, it's not updated. Oh, yeah, it is. Brecken Strauss with the goal. Puck's down, controlled by Sioux City. They'll wrap it behind their own net. Into the corner, it hits Waddick. Now throw it out to the blue line. Splits the D. Length of the ice. Icing. Ruiz in for the face-off again. Puck's down. It's one back to Zick. Zick from the blue line, dumps it around the boards. Goes back behind the net. Stopped there by Jensen Hill. Now Sioux City works away with it. They'll throw it back up the middle. Splits the D. Went to the ice. No icing. They're saying that Zick could have played it at the blue line. Zick plays it head to Weiner. It's knocked off his stick. Now back to Zick. Zick up the near boards in front of the benches. Samuel Ruiz picks it up. Plays over to Liam Henry. He'll force it down the far side. Bouncing puck collected by Sioux City, and they'll try and clear it out. It's knocked back in by Henry. Now to neutral ice. Plays it across. Landon Schultz dumps it on net. Just wide. Gunner catches it, drops it, plays it there. Wrapped up the near boards. Thrown out to the middle. Sioux City will charge through center ice. Tyler Randall back checking furiously. It's knocked off the puck there by Anders Hill. Centering pass. Kicked away. Sioux City controls on the far boards. They'll spin in the corner. Walks to the face-off. That shot deflected out in front. Loose puck in the slot. All kinds of trouble here. Dumped in. Just wide of the net. Sioux City battles for it behind the net. Wrapped up the near side. Cade Weiner throws it off to Randall. Now it's cleared the zone. Dumped in. That's offside. We'll get Sheehy, Henkel, and Smothers back out on the ice. Puck's down, controlled by Sioux City. They'll play back to the D. Played ahead. Sioux City takes it into the zone. Back check by Sheehy. He'll take it and head up center ice. Cuts through the middle. Smothers drives wide. Sheehy goes to the far side, down to the corner. Centering pass. Can't quite get to anyone. All the way back to center ice. Sheehy picks it up there. Sioux City's got a player down. Holding his knee is never a good sign. Smothers kind of got tangled up and they all got wiped out there. Sioux City's kind of a walking mass unit. I don't know if they can afford another injury. Players trying to get up. Struggles to put any weight on that knee. It's number 40. Number 40. Logan Fell. I believe Logan had the goal yesterday. Yeah, he's really favoring that right knee. I'll keep an eye on him. Hopefully we get him back. Sheehy up to the face-off. Got Henkel in the shooting spot. Puck down, back to Henkel. Shot on net is blocked. Just outside the zone. Anders Hill picks it up. Plays it to the far side. Henkel drives it in. Shot on net. Caught by Moniger. He'll hold on. Or whistle.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make it toast, cause I'm still alive. No big, feel like pop.
That was just sitting on the bench with his defensive partner Netley, and it looks like those are the only four defensemen that Sioux City has. So let's hope they can make a return. Puck's down. Sioux City will work it out the far side. Centering pass over to the far side. Henkel's got it. Tries to play it ahead to Smothers. It's knocked up and out of play. Weiner jumps over the bench. Quickly joined by Hill and Ruiz. We'll get Zick and Schultz back on defense. Samuel Ruiz into the faceoff. Bell testing that knee a little better, or a little more. Puck's down, back to the Sioux City defense, set on net. Schultz has got it there, spins away from one behind the net, taken away by Sioux City. Now walk to the corner, back to the D, shot on net, fired wide. Weiner tries to chip it around the boards, can't get it around Dimitri, I believe is his name. He's huge. Goes the length of the ice for an ice. So the face-off to the right of Breen. Samuel Ruiz in for the face-off. Puck's down, won by Sioux City. Saints take it away quick though. Hill gives off to Weiner. Weiner drives into the net, takes it wide. Ridden off the puck. Now he gets it back. Works in the corner, spinned out. Sioux City back up to the middle. Zick at center ice. Waves off the icing. Breen tees it up for him there. Zick picks it up behind the goal. Sammy Ruiz skates by, picks it up. Long pass up to Jensen Hill. Poked loose by Weiner. Hill's got it now, top of the circles. Drives down low to the goal line. Tries to feather it to the net. Doesn't quite get it there. Sioux City on the near boards. They'll bring it in, dumps it into the zone. William Henry off the boards. We get the third line out of Schwartz, Randall, and Poles. Wrapped around to the near side. Schwartz can't quite get to it. Sioux City at center ice. Played to the far side. Sent through the middle. Liam Henry knocks it to the end wall. Hard off the boards, a little too hot to handle for Eli. Fired off Michael Poles' skate. Shot, saved by Breen, knocked to the corner. Now played up the boards again. Schwartz gets it out of the zone, sends it to the far side. Michael Poles tries to run it down over there. Into Poles' skates. High off the glass. Back behind the goal line it goes, sent to the far boards. Anders Hill sends it on net, blocked in front by the Sioux City defense. Played the other way. Back out through center ice. Sioux City Moniger tees it up there. Plays it off the glass. Sheehy knocks it back in. Delayed offsides. Henkel pressed the issue. Gets Dimitri to spin around. Now it's left up the boards. Gets by Sheehy at the blue line. Sent on net. Saved by Breen. He'll hold on for a whistle. 11:30 left in the first period. Metro's clinging to a 1-0 lead. Shots on goal in favor of them. 3-1. So Sheehy in for the face-off. Pucks down. Sioux City controls. Blocked by Henkel. We'll bang it out to center ice. Mothers tries to dig in and get it. Can't quite do it. It's played back to the defensive zone. Henry's got it there. Spins away from one. Plays back to Anders Hill. Anders ahead to Alex Henkel. Now it's Anders again. Back in the defensive zone. Tries to play it across to Sheehy. Smothers back to get it. He goes back behind the net. Plays out to Anders. Anders long stretch pass. Sheehy's got it inside the blue line. All alone, but off to the side. He's got Smothers down the middle. Henkel on the back door. Chip just wide of the net. Sent to the far boards. Sioux City will rush it up to center ice. Big hit by Landon Schultz. Bentley's trying to clear the cobwebs. And Schultz up through the middle. Tries to hit Sheehy, who's headed out for a change. Down the back of the net. There's another defender trying to still straighten himself out. Sammy Ruiz dumps off. Shot to block. Loose in front. Kicked wide of the net. Ruiz steals it. Drives it back down to the corner. Back behind the net goes. Worked around the far boards. Sioux City will pull it off and skate towards center ice. Now played up. Back to Anders Hill. Anders will rush it up through center ice. Across the blue line, drops off there for Weiner. Weiner, top of the circle, shot. It's Moniger right in the face. Now bouncing puck on the far boards, taken away by Sioux City. They'll come back to Hill. Ruiz will send it in the zone, stolen by Sioux City. They'll send it the link to the ice for an icing. Good news is number 40 for Sioux City, Logan Fell. He took a shift there, he looks all right. Bad news is Netley's still trying to figure out which side of the stage he's on. Tyler Randall in for the face-off. Wins it back. Anders Hill can't quite hold it in the zone. Sioux City comes back with the full head of steam. Shot saved by Trevor Green. 9-18 left in the first period. 1-0 in favor of the Metros. Randall in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Randall wins it back to William Henry. Eli Schwartz off the boards. Chicks out to Michael Poles at center ice. Poles can't quite handle it. Giving up 2.5 feet to Dimitri. Played through the middle. Sioux City now. Out to neutral ice. Carries it into the zone. Rubbed off the puck there by Eli Schwartz. Sent up the far side. Randall takes it back. Plays ahead to Poles. Sioux City takes it back. Drops off to Dimitri. Tries to fire down net. It's blocked away there. Knocked to the far corner. Anders Hill. Hard up the boards. Knocked down by Poles. Now sent back on net. Puck in front. Loose puck just wide of the net. Liam Henry will play it out to Anders Hill. High off the glass. Around everyone. Poles will think about running it down. Sioux City gets it. They'll wrap it around to the far side. That'll be the length of the ice for icing. Oh, called off at the last second by Blondie. They think the defense didn't give the full effort to chase it down. Now it's battle for in the corner. Landon Schultz works it out the far side. Hard off the boards. Knocked out to center ice. Knocked loose by Schultz. Driven to the boards. Right through the middle. Hill's got it. Can't get it ahead to Weiner. Sioux City plays it out to center ice. Sammy Ruiz tries to chip it in. Takes it away. Hill gives off to Ruiz. Goes to the front. Back to Hill. Rolls off his stick before he can get a shot to the corner. Fades back to Weiner. Weiner chips ahead. Sammy Ruiz with a goal. Nice setup there. Ruiz chips in the Weiner pass. Hill set it up to Weiner. Bing, bang, boom. 1-1 here in Dubuque. Shots on goal, 4-4. We'll get Smothers, Senkel, and Sheehy out. Played ahead.
Goal at 7:31, scored by number 13, Sammy Ruiz, by number 22, Cade Weiner, and number 14.
Sheehy in for the faceoff. Sioux City controls, they'll take it back behind the net. Smothers pokes it loose there. Sheehy takes it away. Dangles around, back behind the net, spins again. Gets away from another one, forces to the far side, spins again. Now he's back behind the net again. Got a little room to operate in the near corner, works out to the slot. Runs into a man there. Sioux City controls now. Played over to the boards. Knocked loose, Henkel picks it up. Gives off to Landon Schultz. She's in the shoulders bothering him, he heads off the ice. Henkel walks through the D, gives off the short, or Smothers, wasn't quite ready. Held in by Schultz. Puck knocked loose. Sioux City the other way, taken away by Schultz. Now they'll chip it ahead. Liam Henry's got it there, played it into the boards. Sioux City at the blue line, spoke loose. Knocked into the zone. And advancing up the ice. Dimitri shot, saved by Green. He'll hold on for the whistle. 6:18 left in the first period. And we're all tied at 1. Randall in for the faceoff. He's got Schwartz and Poles out there with him. Lead back, shot on net, saved by Green. Holds on for the whistle. Puck's down. Controlled by Sioux City. They'll go D to D. Dimitri from the point. Loose in front. Sioux City back behind the net. Bouncing puck. Controlled by Sioux City. Centering pass to the slot. Bounce out the backside. We'll call it a high stick. Played by high stick to link to the ice. We'll get Weiner, Hill, and Ruiz out. That is out there for Sioux City, so hopefully he's better. Ruiz in for the faceoff. Wins it forward. Benson Hill. Oh, just wide of an empty net. Weiner tries to send it in. It's stolen by Kansas Sioux City. Up into the zone, and Schultz pokes it away. Ruiz tries to get it ahead to Weiner. It's lifted and controlled by Sioux City. Back to center ice. He'll drive it wide of the net. There's Netley now. Thrown to the far side. Back to the D. Shot high and wide. Back to the D again. It's bombing away. Ruiz redirects it into Green. Green holds on for the whistle. $452 subscribers. Thanks to all you that clicked on that. Just 4,500 away from our goal. Puck down. New controls gets it up to Justin Hill at center ice. Taken away by Sioux City. They'll dump it in. Just wide and Green. On the near boards. Played ahead. Sioux City now. Chips it towards the net. Bouncing puck loose. Green. Now he's got it. Sioux City is, for the better part of this period, had control. Leading in shots now 9-6. We'll get Sheehy, Henkel, and Smother out. They'll be backed by Anders Hill. Liam Henry. Back to the point. Shot on net. Loose puck. Collected by Henry. They'll reverse it and try to go back behind the net. Taken away by Sioux City. Tries to send it out in front. Held in the corner by Breen. Shooting in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Controlled by Sioux City. They'll shoot. Hits the post on the near side. Played out to Henkel. He gets ahead to Sheehy. Sheehy back to Henkel. Henkel with an angle. Shot. Saved by Margaret. Loose puck in front. He drops it. And covers. So the face-off to the right of Moniger. Sheehy in for the face-off. Henkel shot wide of the net. Caroms over to the near boards. Henkel in the corner. Walks around the back of the net. Sends it behind the net. Net's off by about, 18 inches. Sheehy into the face-off. Ref's still trying to figure out what to do. The net is, looks like it's off, but it must be out. Cheeky down, controlled by Sioux City. Taken away, one back. Now Sioux City through center ice. Sioux City on the near boards. Walks it down to the goal line. Sent out in front, on the side of the net. Ankles has got it there, tries to chip it ahead. He clears it out to center ice. Smothers a goal pressure. Knocks it loose into the corner. He is all alone as the rest of the team shade. And Moniger knocks the net off again. Net's off. There you go, Moniger fixes it. Goes the length of the ice for icing. So we get pulls. Schwartz and Randall out there with 3:31 left in the first period. Shots and goals still favor the Metros 10-7. Randall in for the faceoff. Won by Sioux City. They'll play it out to the blue line. All the way out to center ice. Benzik has it there. Plays over to Schwartz. Schwartz ahead to Randall. Randall chips it up. Pulls, grabs it down, clubs it down. Loose in the spot. By Schwartz, centering pass. Chip to the corner. Michael Poles over there to get it. Taken away by Sioux City, knocked out to center ice. Landon Schultz back, turns it over. Forced deep in the Dubuque zone where Ben Zick back to get it. He'll go behind his own net. Sioux City chases there, so he plays out to Landon Schultz. Schultz ahead. Out to neutral ice. Off of his stick, he's got Poles on the far side. Tries to play it ahead. D to D. Now send ahead to Weiner. Weiner through the center ice with some speed. Takes it wide. He's got an angle on the net. Shot. Saved by Moniger, who's puck. Chipped away. And Anders Hill dumps it back towards the net. Saved by Moniger. Picked up. Weiner chips in the front. Nobody home. Weiner dances with one. Tries to get to the net. Shot high and wide over the net. Net's off again. Not sure why we got to whistle that. Unless it's part of the net. Face off to the right of Moniger. Two minutes and 13 seconds left in the period. Sammy Ruiz in for the face-off. He's got Anders Hill in the shooting spot. A discussion between the refs here. Not sure what about. But it's over. Ruiz again to the dot. Won by Sioux City. Right ahead, taken away by Sammy Ruiz. Plays it through the middle. Jensen Hill will dig it out of the near corner. Back behind the net to Cade Weiner. Cade Weiner run off the boards. Now played ahead. Ruiz knocks it back in. Sioux City out to center ice. Liam Henry dumps it in. Played back. Ruiz blows it down. Plays it down to Hill. Back to Weiner. Ruiz. Shot fired wide. Liam Henry walked all the way down to the goal line. Sends it on net. Moniger chips it up. Knocks it to the corner. Anders Hill collected and dumped in. Back behind the net it goes. Moniger stops it there. Augerman now on the far side, plays it out into Ruiz's escape. Big hit by Augerman, and he'll get a call for that. Interference. Reach sends out at second line. I don't know whether they're aware they're getting a power play. Third line, I should say. It's the standard third line, not the power play unit. So with 1:22 left in the first period, the Saints on their first power play. Eli Schwartz in for the faceoff. Wins the faceoff back to Landon Schultz. Schultz gives off to Eli. It's taken away from him, sent the length of the ice. Green stops it behind the net, leaves it there for Schultz.
Power play.
Schultz winds it up. Looks out the near side, plays over to Schwartz. Schwartz loses at the blue line. Now recovered by Poles. Plays it too far ahead of Randall, taken away by Sioux City. Bouncing puck, collected there by no one. Now Sioux City's got it, and they send it to length. Breen gets back there, makes a nice stop to control it behind the net. Schultz walks it up across the red line. We've got the first unit out. Schultz back behind the net, spins away from one. He's pinned down there. Tries to pull it towards himself. Jensen Hill in there to help him out. Now it's loose, kicked out to the slot. Sent to length. Green stops it there. Henkel's back to get it. 17 seconds left in the period. Better run, boys. Henkel's up the far side with some speed. Drives the net. Walks around the near side. Back to Weiner. 7 seconds. 7 seconds. Weiner from the tops of the circles. Tries a centering pass. No good, and that'll do it on the first period. So after one, we've got a tie game, 1-1. Shots are 10 for the Metro, 8 for the Saints. Saints will start the second period with 40 seconds left on the power play. We'll clean the ice, take a break, see you back in 15 minutes. second period. The players make their way back to the ice. Of course, from around the league, it was the London Warrior varsity over the Kansas City Jets, 2-1. Capitals are about to finish off the Texas, 2-2. Kansas City over Rosie, 1-1. The Phoenix Stars, it's 2-1. And here's the view, 9-1. For the second period, second team power play. Push unit out. In the lead. Dan Sheehy, Alex Henkel, Pete White. One line stands over there. We got two shots. Great special. Back to the Wars and NA3 hockey. Noah Prince. Pucks down, we're underway. Jensen Hill controls. Plays off to Alex Henkel. 2-on-2 the other way. Henkel shot. Saved by Mother. He'll hold on for a whistle. Face it off. Right view. We'll play it back. Lewis has got it to the blue line. Off to Henkel. Henkel in the corner. Behind the net to Jensen Hill. Sends her under Weiner at the blue line. Weiner gives the Hill. Works back. Now sending Lewis at the blue line. Off to Henkel. Shot through the middle. Weiner's got it there, chips it off the board, tries to spin away from one, it's tripped up, play it out to center ice, and that was good on the power play. Henkel into the zone. Three separate lines. Looks like some others enjoying Randall and Cole. That works out this period. Face off down. Send into the zone. Wrapped around behind the net. Sioux City chases there. Smothers over the corner. Smothers over one. Smothers up the boards. Works to the middle. Taken away by Sioux City. That's 4 back up the side. Schwartz and Vic. Schwartz and Vic. Well, in the slot. Fired just wide by Sioux City. Picked up by Michael Poles. He'll race it through center ice. He's got Brock Smothers with him. Taken away by Sioux City. Feels like they're back behind the own net. Off to the far corner. Played off to the boards. Walked around one. Poke check by Smothers. Now played to the boards. Schultz has got it there. Hard off the boards. Over to Ben Zick. Zick chips it off the boards. Tries to get it ahead to Henkel. Back. Now Henkel's got it just inside the blue line. Kicks over to Sheehy. Sheehy from the left slot. Centering pass. Blocked. Gets it back behind the net. Drives the net. And must be the man in the crease. So Eli Schwartz drives Henkel over Sheehy. To the line. Sheehy face off. Sioux City. Opening back to the defense. Alex Henkel forces him into a bad pass. Sheehy along the boards. He's tripped up. He's got a 4-3 leg lock. Anders Till dumps it into the zone. All the way down to the goal line. We'll take it down the net. Fires up the board. Schwartz pulls it off there. Tries to walk around one. Runs into a green wall. Alex Netley tries to walk around on the shield, taken away there. We're going to get a penalty. Alex Netley, 2 minutes for like activity. Maybe on the shield. City back to the power play. It gets William Henry, Samuel Ruiz, Katie Widener, and Jensen Hill. Next down. Fire at the board. Sioux City at the point.
At 14:45, number 21, Andres Hill, tripping. That puts Dubuque on a NXT penalty kill.
Sioux City player literally has his arms wrapped around him and holding him. He tries to play it out, stolen by Hill, hits the post. We have the post widened for this weekend's games. We've hit it 74 times. Failed clearing attempt by William Henry. Now Samuel Ruiz will send it out. Bounce and puck will go to length. No icing on the penalty. Hill for Sheehy. Moniger sets up behind the net. Not sure what he was doing there. Almost fired into his own net. Now played up the near side. Stolen by Sheehy at the blue line. He'll take it in. He's got Cade with him. Sends it over. Cade shoots it wide of the net. Cade tries to wrap around. Nobody home in front. And Sheehy hits the bench in a little bit of pain. Poke loose there. Now it's Hankel down to the corner. He's got Weiner in the center. He's off the Weiner. Weiner now in the corner. He's got Hankel in front. Shot saved by Moniger. Schwartz with him. His shoulder's still bothering him on the bench. I see he's got his head down. Played to the far side. Two center ice. Sioux City comes. First player's rush back to the loose. Back to the blue line. I think that might sneak out. Shot saved by Green. To the penalty. Shorts in for the faceoff. Blocked by Hankel. Centering pass, kick to the boards by Sioux City. They'll hold it just in at the board. Top of the circle, Strauss. Screen shot, blocked out to the far side. Hankel chases it down at the red line. That'll do it for the power play. He works it down low, sends it back behind the net. And Vic pokes it loose there. Spins away. Little battle for in the corner. Lots of contact, no puck movement. Put back behind the net. Squirts out to the slot, backhand high over the net. Squirts over to the far boards. Sioux City corrals it there, just inside the blue line. Shot. Tipped by 17 different people in front. Now Green gets it low line. Top line out of Hill, Sioux City turns and fires high off the glass. Jensen Hill tries to tip it around the boards, can't quite get it. Center on net. Ruiz gets it ahead to Weiner. Weiner and Ruiz 2-on-1 the other way. Weiner crosses, fires wide of the net. Back to the point. Can't quite be held in by Liam Henry. 11:50 left in the First period. Second period. And Ruiz into the face-off. Football play on 2-on-2. Wire on the flying screen. Ducks around one on the goal line. Shot off of Moniger. Ruiz sends it down low. Some city behind the net. Fires it up the far side. Hobart Ruiz gives back to Henry. Shot on that. Deflected in front. Kicks over to Anders Hill. He'll dump it down the boards. City now. Pushes it up the other side. Sending pass. Popped up in the air. Bounce the puck. Wire. City now along the near boards. Gets a hit. Hit. Running ahead. Some City controls in the near boards. Tries to force it in. Now it's poked up to center ice. The shot save by Green, picked up by Cade Weiner, he'll fire it up the boards, length of the ice. The city coach wants him played, doesn't want to make the change. It's fine in this instance. Randall off the board. Duke makes the change anyway, just a second. Take over to City just inside the zone. Battle along the near boards. Smothers centers it to Sioux City. Dimitri, top of the circles. Fires it to fucking the kick off the wall. Poles picks it up so the player is on that. Long play. So Liam Henry is down the way. And comes for the whistle. That'll do it. This line. Maitland Schwartz come home with Zip and Jolts. Loose. Shipped up in the air. Hit by Schwartz. And then handed up the Brady who holds the post. Face-off, pucks down. Shot. Took the right of the net. Comes out in front, and Zip now forces it up. Sheehy's got it. Chips it out the wall. And going to drive Sheehy into the ice. That's called interference. One unit out. Sheehy, Hill, Meyer, Ruiz, and now single. 5 scary offensive players. We got 5 scary offensive players. We need defensive. Sammy Ruiz in for the faceoff. One back to Sheehy. Sheehy gets over to Weiner. Weiner sends it to Henkel just a little out of his reach. Gets enough of it, but not enough for a shot. Hill gets it to Sheehy. Sheehy behind the goal line. Jumps off for Henkel. Henkel shot. Rebounds back behind the net. Sheehy's got it there. Walks away from one, back behind the net. Tries to get it to Henkel, but Henkel moved off the boards. Back to Ruiz. Ruiz to Henkel, tops to the circles. Spins away from one, gets it down low to Hill. Hill plays off to Sheehy behind the net. Spins away from one. Gets it in the corner. Tries to behind the net. Nobody home now. Set high through the air on Green. Green stops it. Goes off for Weiner. Weiner behind the net. Goes back to Sheehy. Sheehy behind the net. Shoulder bothering him. Tries to adjust. The clock is running. Sheehy works up. Drives down the middle. Pushes out to Jensen Hill. Jensen carries it in the zone. Drives wide. Down to the goal line. Throws it across the ice. Goal! Beautiful passing. Alex Henkel gets the shot. Almost takes Dave Blondin's head off, sending it to the length of the ice. Line that up. The Saints capitalize on the power play and now lose 2-1 with 8:30 left in the first period.
Alexander Hinkle.
Edwards a good goal. We have Wire and Hill on the assist there.
Assisted by number 22, Kane Weiner, and number 14, Jensen Hills.
Frogger, their second penalty, the Saints make him pay. We'll get Randall, Bulls, and Smothers out. Sioux City wins the face-off. Don't play with Sioux City. Hands Brown knocks it back to center ice. Smothers chips it out the boards. Randall picks it up just inside the blue line. Shot. Well, but not even he'll go for a whistle. Randall in the face-off. Here for Ben's stick, and in the shooting spot. One goes to the city. Taken away by Zick, who tries to do to Schultz. Maybe missed the mark, just a hair. Played up the boards. Randall tries to get it ahead, it's taken away by Sioux City. Smothers pokes it away. He's knocked down. There's another penalty. Tripping to the big man, number 11. 3. Oh, go back on the ice would be like out. Something like a block as well. Okay, all it's about 1. We down 1. And does have 3 of the top 5 scorers in the league. Kane Weiner team shooting it out. Then we lose it for the face-off. Sioux City, they'll take it back the other net. Spins and tries to find out the near boards. No reasons there. Cross-ice pass over to Weiner, top of the circles. Dumps down low to Hill.
Metro's penalty at number 11.
Hill works it back, gives off for Weiner.
At 8:03,
Weiner in the corner.
puts to view.
Cross-ice pass over to Henkel. Henkel from the outside. Shot.
Nothing but fun cakes.
Kicked back behind the net. Jensen Hill pokes it loose. He's roughed into the boards. There's 2 hands to the stick and the cross-check directly to the back. All the way the length of the ice, Sammy Ruiz back to pick it up on his own goal line. He'll spin it up. Picks up ice on a full head of steam. Drops off the cage. Cage hits the brakes at the blue line. Another penalty coming. Centered through the middle sheet. He couldn't finish it off. Played back. Nobody home. Sioux City's racing. Wanted to fire. 10-minute penalties were handed out for that yesterday, so probably not very racing again. 2 minutes for slashing. So 1 minute left on the first power play or penalty. It could be 5-on-3 for a full minute. We'll send out the second unit of Anders Hill, Michael Burrows, Tyler Randall, Eli Schwartz, and Landon Schwartz. Eli steps up to the face-off dot. Wins it over to Poles. Poles gives it back to Schultz. Schultz shot. Means Molly gets close. Pretty much anyone's there. 7 minutes left to play here in the second period. Saints only in 2 in the lead. Pucks down. Got it again. Gives off to Hill. Back to Schultz. Schultz kicks over to Eli Schwartz. Back to Schultz. High slot. Shot wide. Puck squirts over to Eli Schwartz. He'll wrap it around the back of the net. Gives off to Schultz. Back over to Eli. Fired. Loose in front. face of it. Controlled by Sioux City. It's knocked back to Henkel at the blue line. He'll wheel it to the top of the circle. Shot goal. Alex Henkel. Number 2. Get on the power play. That was a minute 24 on the power play. Michael with the second of the day. Juno will stay out. 7 minutes 24 left in the power play. Should be back to 4 on 5. Samuel Ruiz to the dot. Controlled by Dubuque. Gets off to Weiner. Weiner with the Henkel. Back to Weiner.
Dubuque getting fed up on nothing but H power play goal. Number 7.
Works his way through center ice into the attacking zone.
Number
Hits the break
13.
just inside the
Sammy
blue line.
Ruiz.
Drops off for Jensen Hill. He gets back to Sammy Ruiz. Play to the corner, nobody home. Jensen Hill get over to get it. Cade Weiner on the boards, walks away from one. Spins, drops off for Henkel. Henkel from the top of the circles. Beats down to Xander Sheehy. Played behind the net. Jensen Hill back to Henkel. Henkel shot. Wide. Kicked out to the far side. Sammy Ruiz now. Dumped on net. Jensen Hill gets it in front of the net. Rides it to the corner. Hill now. Shot on net. Saved by Maliger. 30 seconds left on the power play. We'll send it down. Randall, Coles, and Schwartz. Backed by Schultz and Hill. Puck's down, controlled by Dubuque. Set towards the net, just wide. Played off the far boards. Ryder still holds it in there. He's got it on the boards. Sent back to the point. Landon Schultz drops off. Schultz over to Hill. Shot in front. Bouncing puck. Controlled there. Back over to Anders. Anders gives off to Landon. Shot in front. Blocked. Sioux City clears. 8 seconds left in the power play. We might get half a rush out of here. Nope, 4 seconds left. That'll do it. 5 on 4. Landon Schultz races it up the ice. Across the blue line. Shot. Glove by Monitor. He'll hold on for So 5 minutes left in the second period. They told us 3-1 lead. Maybe not the prettiest game, but glamour points in the scoreboard. Bucks down. Sioux City controls. They'll take it back behind their own net. Jensen Hill back to be a pest. Sioux City out the far side. Head. Kicked away by Weiner. Now Hill plays it ahead to Cade. Jensen Hill ahead to Cade again. Cade shot high and wide. Karen's back out to Anders Hill at the blue line. Gets it towards the net. Jensen now tries to play it to Cade. Net stop. Okay, ankle Sheehy and Schwartz. That looked like it was a big time. Wins. Right around behind the net. Schwartz plays it back behind the net. Nobody home there. Sioux City off the far side to the skates. Ankle knocks it off the puck. Tries to bang it down to the corner. There'll be scrums. Schwartz loose. Henkel picks it up inside the blue line. Plays it off the boards. Sioux City controls it to the ice. Poke loose there. Sheehy gets it just outside the blue line. No call there. Back behind the net. And Schultz picks it up there. Spins it back around. Taken away by Sioux City. Who's out in front? And Zick's gonna get a penalty. Shot saved by Green. And Zick crushed it.
The Metros on the power play now with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second period. Trailing 2-1. Shots on goal. Good for the Saints. The way they played the season. There's Sammy Louisa.
And the Sioux City will play it back to the D.
Down near boards.
Hentley shot, saved by Breen. Weiner's got it. Stalls for a little time. Gets the brakes at center ice. Gets Hentley on his back.
At 340, number 17.
Now they'll work it down the boards.
Into
Into
the box
the
for
attacking zone.
cross-checking.
1-5. Fires
That puts
wide.
Dubuque on an
Saved by Monager.
NST penalty kill.
All the way back through center ice. Hentley tries to work it down. Weiner's got it on his stick. Fires it at the center ice. That's a delayed offsides. Takes it hill. All kinds of time. Sends it the length of the ice. Sheehy and Henkel hop the boards. Dumped into the zone. Landon Schultz tries to hit Henkel. Henkel gives the air Jordan at center ice. Still can't get it. Played hard off the far side. Sioux City gets his own entry. Henkel knocks him back at the center ice. Sheehy ahead. 1-on-2. Tries to chip it around. He's got it along the corner. Sends it on nice. On net. Nice save by Monager. Played ahead. He's got it there. And past the hook. Played back to the point. Nice save by Green. Back on the boards. Shot saved by Green. Back behind the net. Trying to wrap around. Blocked by Schultz. Nice job. Alex Henkel. All alone from the blue line. Shot fired high and wide. Kicks all the way out to the far side. Sioux City, high shot. Saved by Green. He'll hold on. 10 seconds left on that foul. There's the Saints lead 3-1. Shots on goal 26-20. Saints. Sends off the top line. Jensen Hill. Weiner. 17 seconds left. Got 6 penalties. About 10 seconds. Face off. Puck's down. Right back behind the deep net. Tip up into the netting.
Charlie Carson was a great press. 134. That's a middle.
Awesome puck. Controlled, sent over to the far side. And then he tries to send it out. Now it's played out. Jensen Hill kicks it out into the defensive zone for Sioux City. Played ahead. Well, working out the far boards. Spun back. Poke loose by Hill. Physical in the corner. Sioux City now works it out. Release upstairs from the blue line, gets over to Hill. Hill kicks over, just out of reach of Cade Weiner, loose in front. Oh, he's recovered for the 57 seconds left in the second period. See Randall Blues. Smothers. Fine, right up the bottom. Down, controlled by Sioux City. They'll try and get it up. Ben Zick fires it back in. Back behind the goal it goes. Sioux City now tries to throw it up the middle, tipped away by Fox Mothers. Ben Zick off the boards. Randall tries to throw it down. Smothers kicks it ahead, 41 seconds left in the period. Played back by Sioux City in the defensive zone. Now they're working out the near side. No ice. Van Zick behind his own net. Hands on the pass. Sioux City pressures. On the far side, Zick rides into the boards. Played around. Like the first battle of Angerman. Shot blocked by Schultz. 10 seconds. Gotta move, boys. Bowles chips it ahead. Schultz races it down. 5 seconds left in the period. Hard into the end boards. That'll do it on the second period. Shots on goal. For the Saints, 27-20, and the Saints are ahead on the scoreboard. 3-1. Take a break for 15 minutes. Clear the ice. Chat with the natives. See you back. Third and final period. Just about underway here. About to stop, drop the puck. Sammy Ruiz in for the face-off. Puck's down. Sioux City chips it ahead into neutral ice. Taken away by Ruiz. Weiner's got it now. Advances across the red line. Runs out of room. Taken away by Sioux City. Back out to neutral ice. Played ahead. Sammy Ruiz finds the space at the center ice. Shot just wide of the net. Saved by Moniker. Loose in front. Covered for a whistle. Saved by Moniker. Puck's down. Controlled by Sioux City. Back behind the net. Jensen Hill forces the issue back towards the near boards. Out to center ice. JJ Hope's got it there. Takes it into the zone. Fans on the shot. Now knocked to the near boards. Can't be held in at the blue line. Sammy Ruiz at his own goal line. Sends it ahead to Weiner. Weiner spins away from one. He's in the zone. Gets caught between him and Hill. Sioux City the other way. Knocked off the puck in front of the Duke bench. Now back behind the net goes Ruiz. Long outlet pass. Can't catch Henkel. Got a touch though, so no icing. Moniker sends it around to the near boards. High up in the air. Kicked forward by Sheehy. Now he'll battle for it in the corner. Takes away. He's got Moniker with the save. Had Eli out in front. It was kind of marked. Probably. Gets it to Sheehy. It's knocked off his stick. Out through center ice. Zick gets it off to the far boards. Schultz sends it into the board, or into the zone. Moniker stops it behind the net. He'll fling it off the near boards. Henkel now. Shot. Saved by Moniker. Henkel's sitting with 2 of the 3 goals. Duke will send out his third line of Randall, Smothers, and Poles. Randall into the faceoff. Puck's down, controlled by Sioux City. They'll play it out to the far side. Through center ice. Back out from the glass, back out to neutral ice. Smothers now into the zone. Drives wide, into the corner he goes. Knocked off the end boards. Randall takes it, sends it back towards the net. Moniker kicks it to the corner. Sioux City back to their neutral ice. Driven all the way to the behind the Duke's net. Now forced out to the near boards. Schultz dances away from one. He's got it out to center ice. Michael Poles on the far side. Now it gets over to Poles. Slides underneath his stick. Sioux City taken back away by Poles. Now it's Weiner off the bench. Head of steam. No angle. Works around the back of the net. He's 1 on 5. Back behind the net. Weiner takes it. Tries to send it to Hill. Not there. Big boom by Liam Henry. Nice save. Loose puck. Jensen Hill sends it wide of the net. Sammy Ruiz on the goal line. Back to Cade. Fired wide again. Kicks out to the far side. Anders Hill lobs it towards the net. Loose puck. Bouncing out in front. Cade tries to glove it down. Can't quite do it. We're going to call a hand pass. Schwartz, Henkel, and Sheehy jump up. Henkel in for the faceoff. He spins away from one, knocks it into the zone. Sioux City controls. Played out to center ice. He takes it back, gives it a head to Henkel. Henkel into the zone. Knocked off the puck. Rudin in there. Now put it up the board. Sioux City will advance it through center ice into their attacking zone. Backhander sent behind the net. Karam's off to the far side where Henkel advances it up to Sheehy. Sioux City controls in their own defensive zone. Knocked down by Eli Schwartz. Sheehy spins it in the slot. Kicks back to Liam Henry at the point. His shot's fired off the end wall. Reverse back to the near corner. Henkel will be the first one to it. Plays it down low to Sheehy. Sheehy takes a hit from behind, pinned up against the boards. That's uncomfortable. Yeah. Comes back to Liam Henry. Sends a far cross-ice pass to Henkel. Henkel from the tops of the circle. Fires it over the net. Into the netting for a whistle. 12:48 left in this. Randall pulls and Smothers out now. Puck's down, controlled by Dubuque. Schultz tries to send it towards the net. It's blocked in front. Knocked down by Sioux City in their own defensive zone. They'll try and advance it out. Agam a long cross-ice pass to nobody in particular. Goes to the ice for icing. There's a final now in Des Moines as the Stars have upset the Oaks. So the Stars pick up their second win of the season. And the Oaks their second loss of the season. It's really the only major upset of the weekend in the Midwest League. We're still 3-1 here in Dubuque. 12:27 left in the third period. Puck's down, controlled by Dubuque. Smothers gives it over to Schwartz, who can't quite hold it in the zone. This sends an aerial pass in the corner. Metro's back to pick it up behind the line. Taken away by Bowles. Centering pass to Randall, chipped up in front, held by Monaco. Get Weiner, Ruiz, and Hill out. Zick and Schultz still holding down the fort on the blue line. Ruiz up to the dot. Won by Sioux City again. Dimitri wraps it around the boards. Sent out to center ice by Sioux City. Zick there to collect it and send it the other way. Sioux City bobbles it in front of their own net. Cade Weiner down there just wreaking havoc. Sends it out in front to Jensen Hill. Off the post. Which we had widened this weekend. They're now 3 feet wide. Jensen Hill into the zone. Drops it off for Ruiz. Tries to send it to Weiner. Can't get enough of it to put it in. Sioux City the other way. Landon Schultz back to drive him wide. Doesn't stop him, but gets enough of him to slow him down. Jensen Hill now. Plays it ahead. Weiner gets it with a stick. Sammy Ruiz 2-on-2 the other way with Weiner. Skates him off sides. This is why we don't play with the puck at the blue line, boys. Here's Sioux City now. Back through center ice. Played ahead to Eli Schwartz. Up and out of play. Joe Stike looks to be all right. Fearful for his life, though. So Sheehy, Schwartz, and Henkel out. Backed by Henry and Hill. Henkel to the faceoff. Puck's down. Controlled by Sioux City. Fired into Xander Sheehy's skates. He'll go the other way on a little bit of a breakaway. Running out of real estate. Goal by Xander Sheehy. Recovers in enough time to save his shoulder. So Sheehy with the goal. I think that was Alex Henkel with the breakout pass. His shoulder is cooked, is the best way to put it. Can't even raise his arm to give him a high five. He'll still stay out for the next shift.
At 10:58, number 34, Xander Sheehy. All lines lonesome. Goal.
Oh, they give Sheehy unassisted. Dumped into the zone, stopped behind the net by Green. Schwartz kicks it ahead. Battle on the near boards. Now out to the blue line. Oh. Right into a brick wall there. Sioux City goes D to D. D to D again. Alex Henkel says enough of this D to D. Now they'll work it up the near side in front of the benches. Schwartz with a nice back check. Shot saved by Breen. Fired out the boards. Held just in at the blue line. Collected by Schwartz. Plays it off the far boards. Gets enough of it to send it down to Henkel. Run in. Schwartz into the corner. He's got Sheehy in front. Actually behind the net now. Battle in the corner. Now it's forced to the other corner. Sheehy in the corner. Everyone else has gone for a change. And he'll do the same. Picks it up. Dumps it into Michael Poles. Can't quite get a stick on it. Back behind the net. Sioux City will cycle to the corner. Big Dimitri pulls it down. Sioux City will send it up through the middle. Into the attacking zone. It's dumped on net. Breen doesn't get all of it, but gets enough of it to force it wide. Henry hard off the board to Poles. He'll dump it in the zone. Moniker covers for a whistle. Puck's down. Controlled by Dubuque. Sammy Ruiz back to Schultz. Ruiz sends it down below the goal line. Weiner tries to spin away from one. Sioux City player wraps his arm around him. Send out in front. Nobody home. Sioux City on the far boards. Cross ice pass to nobody. All the way back to the defensive zone. Ben Zick plays it over to Landon Schultz. Dekes away from one. He'll rush it up the boards. He's going to run over Jensen Hill if he doesn't pay attention. Now he's into the zone. Moniger stops the puck, holds on for a whistle. 8:50 left in the third. Saints now in the driver's seat with a 4-1 lead. Shots on goal favor the Saints, 37-22. We are the last game playing now. Things wrapped up in the Midwest League. Puck won by Sioux City. Sammy Ruiz tries to dump it down low. Deflected. Sioux City D to D in their own defensive zone. Long cross ice pass. Unconnected. Right to the ice. Icing. So a quick look at the standings. The Capitals with their win now sit at the top, 6-0. Saints soon to join them, also 6-0. Behind them is the Mohawks at 5-1. Warriors also 5-1. Cyclones 4-2. And the Oaks fall to 4-2. Henkel out for the faceoff. Wins the faceoff to the boards. Sioux City controls. They'll drive it back down the net. Alex forces the issue wide. They get around Eli. All the way back. Bouncing puck now. Harem's loose. Liam Henry behind his own goal line. Circles back behind the net. Spins away. Henry now hard off the boards. Too much for everyone to handle. It goes the length of the ice for an icing. The JV standings, the Saints' 2 losses this week dropped them down to 5th place. The record of 6-2, 8 points. Leading the way are the Jets at 6-0-1. A total of 13 points. The Metros, though, tied for second place with the Capitals at 5-2. Face off now down. Blake Schrader looks like is out there forward. He is. Takes the center, sends it around the far side. Ethan Tees getting a little varsity time in. Mop-up duty with 8 minutes left here in the third. Rugby scrum on the far side. Squirts out to center ice. Jack Fugger. His legs have been tired from the JV game and now sitting 2 periods. All out there. Puck squirts loose. Schrader will try and run it down the corner. Played back to the near side. Sioux City's got there. Bangs it up the boards. Out to center ice. Sioux City at center ice. Dumped in. Oh, fanned on the dump in. Dimitri has it poked loose by Fugger. Sioux City back in their own defensive zone. Wheels it to the near side. Cross ice pass. Anders Hill chips it ahead. Randall sends it out of the zone. Sioux City back to the defensive zone. D to D. Had a man changing. Couldn't exactly catch the pass. Now sent on net. Redirects it back behind the nets. Schrader over to Poles. Gets it ahead. Knocked out of the zone. That's Tyler Randall. Not sure Tyler Randall has breaks. Sioux City, long cross ice pass. Taken away by Poles. Chipped back into the zone. Smothers overskates it. Sioux City into the zone. Shot blocked partially. Back behind the net. Sends it to Smothers. Smothers bullet pass crossed over to Michael Poles. Moniger out to play it. Knocked back in the zone by Smothers. On the near boards. It's knocked loose. Smothers has it there. Collected by Sammy Ruiz. He's knocked down from behind. It's a hard call to get it in the 4-1 game. Knocked off by Schultz. He'll ride the man into the corner. Now it's Poles. Carries it out of the zone. Into the attacking zone. Drops from Sammy Ruiz. Nice drop pass shot. Saved by Moniger. Holds on for the whistle. 5:46 left in the third period. David Ruiz directing traffic before the faceoff. Sioux City wins the faceoff. Taken away by Ruiz, sent back in. Sioux City carries it out. Through center ice, they'll bring it along the benches. Heads wide. Driven all the way to the end boards by Landon Schultz. Stays with the man all the way to the far corner. Still on him. Drags him down. Back to the blue line. Sioux City trips it back in there. Sammy Ruiz with the high stick. Touched by Sioux City, so that negates that. Now to the corner. Sioux City's got it. Walks in. Bad angle shot. Wraps all the way around. Jensen Hill will come in and apply a little pressure. Out through center ice, Sioux City comes. Sheehy there to take the puck away. A little too far ahead. No ice there. Sioux City have the ability to play it and hit the brakes. Weiner tries to get it over to Henkel. Henkel pokes it loose. Back to Weiner. Cade chips it ahead. Shot. Saved. Loose in the slot. Back to Sheehy at the point. Absolutely no shoulder strength there whatsoever. William Henry says, here, let me show you how it's done. Buries it towards the net. That's a trip. And we're going to get it. So number 32 for Sioux City. Augerman. He hasn't had the best day in terms of penalties. That's his third. One more and he'll get a break next weekend too. Number 1 unit out for Dubuque. Number 1 unit not out for Dubuque. That's just Cade Weiner picking up his butt end. This is the number 2 unit. Poles, Hill, Randall, Schultz, and Schwartz. Randall gets it over to Poles. Played back behind the net. Hard off the boards. Landon Schultz can't quite hold it in.
32, Angerman hooking. That puts Dubuque on an NXT power play.
Now Schultz in his own defensive zone plays it ahead. Randall gets a piece of it, not enough to hold on. Sioux City in the defensive zone, sends it the length of the ice. Breen will stop it on the end board. Loses his inner skates. Schultz pulls it out. Start things up behind the net. He'll bring it up the near side. Cross ice pass over to Eli Schultz. Played ahead to Michael Poles. Cross ice pass to Anders Hill. Tops of the circle. Gives it back to Poles. 9 irons it towards the net. Fired out the far side. It'll go the length of the ice. Green with the set. Plays it ahead to Schultz. Schultz retreats back behind his net. Still a minute on the power play. And the 1 unit comes out for Dubuque. Sheehy will wind him up from behind the net. Across his own blue line, out to center ice, into the attacking zone. Walks around another one. Backhander saved by Moniger. Controlled by Sioux City. They'll send it to length. Breen stops it there. Henkel will go back. Takes the pass from Breen. He'll set it behind the net now. Walks out the far side. Sends it ahead to Sheehy. Gets just enough of it to avoid the icing call, but not enough to actually do anything with it. Sioux City back behind the net. Fired the length. High stick by Hill. That'll get us a face-off in the defensive zone. 20 seconds left in the power play. 2:46 left in the game. Saints up 4-1. Shots on goal. Lopsided in the way of their boys in red and white. 41-23. Jensen Hill in for the face-off. Wins it back. Sheehy's got it. Plays ahead. Oh, just out of the reach of Henkel. Moniger stops it. 11 seconds left in the power play. The Saints will take this offensive draw and get one more blast at it. Jensen Hill in for the faceoff. Wins it over to Sheehy. Gets it over to Henkel. Henkel over to Weiner, top of the circles. Drops it off to Ruiz. Ruiz from the blue line. Sends it down low. Hill pulls it off the end boards. Weiner scoops in, takes it behind the net, reverses direction. Now brings it out the far side. He had him if he could tuck it. Back to Henkel. Henkel from the board. Shot. Saved by Moniger. Here, hold on for a whistle. We'll get a real line out there. In the fourth line of Blake Schrader, Jack Huger, Ethan Teagues jump out. Little brother Hill. And Liam Henry back on defense. Blake Schrader into the dot. Played back. Otter sends it back behind the net. It's pulled off the end boards by Jack Huger. Huger cycles down to Blake. Sends it up to Huger. Shot. Hits the 3-foot wide goal post. Sioux City now behind their own net. 1:48 left in the game. Play up through center ice. Taken away by Schrader. He's got it at the red line. Sends it into the zone. Catches Sioux City on a change. There's no way that was an ice. Those Sioux City defensemen could have played it if they weren't going for a change. Wider in for the faceoff. He's wrestled to the ground. That's not Weiner. Another small guy. Sent towards the net. Loose puck. Played over to Sioux City. Banged at it. Breen kicks it to the corner. Dimitri with the big blast. Brock Smothers with a nice block. I think he's got a little dead leg. Tries to make his way to the bench. Long cross ice pass. Hill's got it there. Sends it on lock. Molinger with the save. Holds on for a whistle. 52 seconds left in this. Get the top line of Ruiz, Weiner, and Hill. Hill in for the face-off. Sioux City wins the draw for the 97th time this weekend. Lays it out of play. Now Zick and Schultz will get the chance to jump on the ice. Hill for the faceoff again. Sioux City for the win again. Played off the board. Schultz will go all the way to the defensive zone to get it. Sioux City sends 2. Not sure that's exactly what we're trying to do against the Duke's top line, but again, I get paid to coach. Played ahead. Look, it's Anders Hill and Cade Weiner on a 2-on-1 since Sioux City sent 2. Hill walks all the way in, fires it wide of the net. Delayed call. The second unit. It's hard to tell about Jackson Hooper. Back to Schultz at the point. Sends it over to Eli Schwartz from the top of the circle. Shot. Saved by Moniger. 12 seconds left. 43-23, shots on net. Schwartz in for the faceoff. Won by Dubuque, but sent out to center ice. 9 seconds left. Honors will be content to take it behind the net. Let the clock run out, hopefully. That'll do it here from Dubuque. Final score, 4-1 in favor of your Saints as they advance to 6-0? 6-0, I believe. That'll do it for the weekend as the Saints varsity finishes the sweep. JV Petros were able to earn the sweep. We're in Fremont next weekend. Hope to turn into the Fremont broadcast to see you there. I'm Steve Sun saying if you can find a rink, you can find a friend.